fellas, hold on to that wallet. Don't let them go crazy, because they'll go crazy in there. So
go crazy with the design center.
Anywhere, crazy furniture stores, everything. Keep it tight. Keep it tight.
All right, so today we're discussing the 10 things we wish we'd known before we built our home.
Yeah, this is our first home. We're coming up on about a year since we closed and moved in and everything. So yeah, just wanted to share some different tips if anybody is like in the market for a home, specifically in the Austin area. I mean, it's unique all around the country, but just wanted to share some different tips and
just our experience.
Yeah, our experience, and hopefully
this helps
someone out, because that's kind of like how we did our process early on. Like, we use YouTube a lot as far as like research and trying to get an idea for what we wanted and what was like possible. So we'll go right in. The first thing I have is I wish I would have known about like the variety of builders out there. We're originally from Louisiana, so we have like the usual builders out there, but like in Texas, there's a lot more different types of builders, from different types of homes, different types of elevations. I think the unique thing about us is that what made me realize that is, like, when we were looking for our home, the builder that actually built our house, we came to this neighborhood to look at another builder and end up going with someone else that was also in the neighborhood. But that was just a thing that helped us out during the process, just knowing about researching the different builders out there, seeing as much as we could.
All right, so number 2 is location. By us being like new to Austin, when we first moved out here, we like settled in South Austin. So we looked all over Austin, North Austin, West Austin, East Austin, and South Austin. But like, we felt comfortable being like in South Austin. A major thing for me was like the proximity to the interstate. I like living close to the interstate because, of course, we're not from Texas, we're not from Austin. All our family's in Louisiana. If something happens and we need to go, I like living we're 5 minutes away from the interstate. It's like probably 2 or 3 minutes away from the interstate, like right outside our subdivision. But yeah, that was it was a major thing for me. It was important for me to be close to the interstate. Like, we looked at houses in North Austin that it was like 10 minutes, 15 minutes from the interstate, which is fine. The neighborhoods was nice, but it was just like, not being close to the interstate is, I don't know, is something that I wanted in home buying.
Yeah, one thing our realtor told us that normally people, I don't know if it was our realtor or maybe like a builder when we were searching around, but normally like people end up buying where they like originally came in. So like when we moved in our apartment, it was an apartment for like, I don't know, 7-8 months or so, but we had an apartment in South Austin. So like we ended up buying a house in South Austin. So here we are.
Creatures of habit, I guess.
Yeah. So the third thing that we have is about the design center process. I just wish we knew more about that process in general. To me, it felt kind of rushed. It was my first experience, of course, with a design center. Like, I didn't know which the builder and everything, the lady that works at the office, told us, like, but I mean, when you go in, whatever you choose at the design center, first it's good to have a budget, and it's hard to stick to the budget.
It's hard.
But you have to have like, outside of like your earnest money that you already put down, probably like to secure the property, you have to have an additional 25% of whatever you spend at the design center. So if you spend $100,000 at the design center, which is like crazy, but you need $25,000 that day. So, and that's like 2 weeks after you already put down earnest money. Yep. And then they don't give you like a big window or a good peep into what's in the design center. I don't know if that was different because like we kind of bought like in the height of the pandemic, but like it was like access was cut off. Like we couldn't get like a preview. We had like a little web page we can go through and kind of simulate, but it wasn't like super accurate. So when we got in there, it felt kind of rushed. And then like whatever you pick, it's kind of final. Like we had 2 visits. Like the first visit was picking out everything you wanted. Second visit was like if your mind changed, and it was like a week later. Was if your mind changed, you wanted to change something, or you had a new idea, you wanted to add something. But after that, like it's not 100% final, but they make it seem like if you try to change something, we're gonna charge you 30 grand to change it. Like it's gonna be a fee to
it's a fee to change.
Yeah, it's a fee to change it. They like really encourage you not to change it because especially like during this pandemic, like everything had to be ordered like right away because a lot of stuff was on back order. They wanted to get it in, don't want to slow down the build process. But yeah, design center kind of overwhelming because there's so many options. You kind of still don't know what you want, especially your first time going through it. You have so many ideas, and then of course you have a budget. You can't go crazy there. Well, some people might can, but we couldn't. You can't go crazy. Like we had a budget. I think it was a nice budget, but at the same time, you know, some different things that we could have done or we wanted to do that just wasn't like in the cards this time, or you know, maybe we could save on doing it or doing it later ourselves, something like that.
All right, so for number 4, I have exterior design. So just to piggyback off the design center, all right, with exterior design in the design center, first of all, they don't have any like physical brick or stucco or paint in the center. You're looking at a piece of paper, a picture.
Old pictures.
Very old pictures of what you think like your outside is gonna be. But what I didn't like about that is like we thought we had like a certain color brick, and it was like a darker gray. But when it came in, I was like, it looks more red and brown. But it was what we ordered because we checked the invoice on the brick or whatever. But it looked different on a piece of paper. So I'm gonna be honest, I do not like our brick. I kind of hate it. But the good thing is the brick is only on the side of the house. And along with the paint. So the paint is a picture. It's not like a sample of paint. It's a picture of the paint. And how we designed our house is just like, it doesn't go. Like, our outside is not as, I don't know how to say it. Outside is kind of bland or plain. It doesn't like excite me.
Yeah, it doesn't have like a lot of contrast.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of contrast.
Like, so we have we have stucco and stone on the front. And like our stucco was supposed to be like a lighter gray, real light gray, like almost white. And then our stone was supposed to be like a darker gray. But that's what we saw in the pictures, what we were trying to put together. But when our stone came in, our stone is actually like just as light as the stucco. So it's like, it's no contrast.
And our paint is light too, so.
Right. So yeah, that was one thing. I think one thing that they did tell us was that like the builder told us to like drive around the neighborhood and like get some inspiration. But for us, that was hard to do because in our specific part of the neighborhood, like we were like I think we were the 3rd home on our street, but we were probably like we were like the 2nd home on our street because the 2 beside us came up the same time as us. But it was only like 5 homes done on our street, and then there were no other homes like ours as far as elevation and floor plan in the neighborhood yet. So it was like, I mean, what you gonna do? We did drive up to like way north Austin.
An hour and 45 minutes. I would not forget that trip.
Yeah, super far. Got lost, but to go check out one that was exactly like ours, but it kind of defeated the purpose because we had already been to the design center at that point. And of course, like I said, it's hard to change stuff. But yeah. So moving right along. So for the 5th thing that we have is about furnishing. Specifically furnishing an entire home and furnishing a home in a pandemic is completely different. So, yeah, it was just a completely different experience. Like we're still in the process almost a year later. Probably the rest of this year going to be still furnishing this entire home. So our home is 4 and 3, 4 bedroom, 3 bath, also with an office. But just trying to furnish, and our apartment was what, 2 bedrooms?
2 bedroom, 2 baths.
2 bedroom, 2 bath, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's an apartment. So like a lot of stuff, we got rid of everything pretty much in our apartment.
So we got rid of just our sofa in our apartment. When we moved to Austin, we bought a brand new dining table, which we bought the table with the instant to like, this is gonna go in our house. Like we're gonna get a big dining table because we're not gonna buy a dining table for the apartment, then buy another one for our home. We knew that we was gonna buy a house. We just didn't know when. But we bought a dining room table, and we had 2 beds. Like before we was together, we like merged our furniture, like got 2 beds. So we bought that because we have 4 bedrooms, and we bought a new mattress for our master now, a mattress and a bedroom. Not a bedroom set.
No, we just bought a mattress.
We bought a mattress and a bed for our master.
Yeah, so yeah, we did that, but it was still just a lot to furnish and like a lot to consider, and then combine, you know, trying to find your style and like what you want to do, going back and forth on color scheme, whatever. Combine that with the pandemic, like furniture was on like super back order. Like the original couch we wanted, I think, so we moved in our house like last January, and the original couch we wanted, we wouldn't have got that couch until like September. Like it was crazy back order. Like, and that was the case with a lot of stuff, with coffee tables, that was even the case with beds and like mattresses in some cases, but like with like consoles and credenzas, everything was pretty much like across the furniture world was like back order. Like even like the setup I have like in my office is like, that took a while to come in. When it did come in, it ended up being like the wrong thing, but I still liked it, so I kept it. But that's a whole nother story. But I just wish we would have knew like how back order stuff would be and how much of a challenge it is to like furnish an entire home, like a new home. Like when you already hardly have furniture, like it's very expensive. Like at the end of last year, I was kind of like doing in my head like the numbers, and it was like crazy. I was like, wow. Like,
well, I kept track of what we spent, and I'm not going to disclose that, but it was a lot, and we still have a lot to go.
Yeah, we still have a lot to go, but at a certain point, you just slow down. Like,
yeah, because I feel like as far as the furnishing go, it's okay, because I feel like we're going to be here for a while. It'll take a while for us to get our house how we want it, design it, or anything how we want it. But yeah, I'm not in a rush to furnish this house. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yep.
So if you walk into a room and it's empty, that's on y'all. If y'all feel a certain type of way.
Yeah, every room, no room is empty, but there are like some rooms, like of course, way further along than others, and that's how we're
gonna knock it out though. We're gonna just go room by room at this point. Mm-hmm. At first, we was trying to do like, we'll get this piece here, this piece there, but like we sat down and we made a plan. Like in this quarter, we're gonna tackle this room. We're gonna do this. Mm-hmm. In this quarter, we're gonna do this, and so on and so on.
And one thing I think we agreed on is that we're not gonna like settle. Especially since stuff is on back order. Like if it's a piece that we really want and it's on like 6 months back order, I'm not gonna be like, I don't want to wait for that piece. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just go get this piece instead, because we'll have it in 2 months or we'll have it in a month and it's cheaper. Like I don't want to do that, because at the end of the day, you probably get rid of it because you really didn't like it anyway and you're wasting money. So like I'm willing to, you know, spend what I want to spend or wait for what I want to wait for if it's something that I really want. And I think we kind of came to that notion early, because we bought a few pieces early on that was like, I really don't like this, but I need to fill this space.
Right.
And we don't want to keep it.
And now we're thinking about getting rid of it. So don't waste your money. I'm going to say that.
Yeah. Moving along.
Number 6 is appliances. So the sales consultant, she did tell us that we had Whirlpool appliances, and which is fine. So our house only came with the dishwasher, the stove, the oven, and the microwave. So I'm like, Whirlpool is a good appliance, but I wish we would have had a chance to, or option to upgrade the appliances. Like Whirlpool has different ovens. They have like digital ovens. They have air fryer ovens. I would like that. Even the dishwasher I would like to upgrade. And the burner. So we have a gourmet kitchen with it's just the, what's it called? The range. And I wish we would have had a 5 or 6 range. Right now we only have 4. I just wish they had gave us an option to upgrade the appliances. I would have took that upgrade and ran with it.
Yeah, I think the only appliance like upgrade that we had an option to do was like, we could have added a refrigerator at the design center, or added like a washer and dryer instead of buying it ourselves.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, we just bought that ourselves.
And another thing, when buying appliances, because our house, we didn't go for the upgrade to buy the refrigerator, washer, dryer from the design center. So we went bought it. We bought our appliances from Best Buy. We wanted to match the Whirlpool. So our refrigerator took about 2 weeks?
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
2 weeks for refrigerator. We were
using coolers.
Using a cooler. And we waited a while because we still had our lease on our apartment. And we had washer and dryer in our apartment. So we just waited until our lease was up on our apartment to purchase our washer and dryer. Which that wasn't the delivery for that wasn't long. It probably was about a week.
Yeah, that's about a week.
So yeah.
Yeah, and then with our refrigerator, it came like maybe a week or two after we bought it. We bought it like the day after we closed, like when the person had bought it. But what happened was they sent us not the wrong one, but it was something broke on it when they got it off the truck. So they was like, "Do y'all want to keep it?" I was like, "Definitely don't want to keep it." Like,
right, we just spent all this.
So they end up having to. We did keep that one.
Oh, they let us keep
it
until
days,
they replaced it,
and then until like a replacement came in, because whatever was broke on it at the bottom, it wasn't like super major, but we didn't want a broke appliance.
Like you, first of all, you spend all your money. Like you spend a lot of money between the time you put down the earnest money until the day you close. Like you spending a lot of money. It probably be different, fluctuate from different people, but we spent a lot of money. So if I'm paying all this money for a refrigerator, I do not want a dent in it. I mean, like, it's brand new. It's not like I bought it, like, refurbished. It's a brand new refrigerator. Why is there a dent in it? I don't care if it's just cosmetic. And the refrigerator works fine. I don't care. I just spent my money on this. I want it to look brand new, like my house. Brand new.
True. So the seventh thing we have is window treatments and blinds. So I mean, I guess blinds are part of window treatments, but woo. I mean, it wasn't crazy expensive in this house, but it was expensive enough to make me be like, I never knew, blinds and window treatments were that expensive. But the original house that we were looking at, it would have been like crazy. The price would have been crazy in that house because it had
floor to ceiling.
We had
windows.
floor to ceiling windows. We would have had to get like the super long, like floor to ceiling curtains, and the ceilings in that house were like crazy high. It was a 2-story, but that was like the main feature we liked in that house. So we ended up not getting it because they didn't offer it in the subdivision that we ended up coming to. But with the house that we did get, and eventually land on, I mean, it was still like relatively expensive. I would say not unaffordable, but way more expensive than I thought. I don't know what I thought, honestly, but yeah, blinds and window treatments are definitely way more expensive than you think they are.
Yes.
And so just be prepared for that. And
be prepared when they say the word custom.
Yeah.
When they say custom, yes. You be like, what?
Yeah. So, and then like we opted to go with like black blinds in our living area. So, and with black blinds, you can't do like the faux wood. You have to do like real wood, because the faux wood and black, it'll melt because the sun, Texas is hot. I don't know, stuff he was just explaining, like, I don't know about that, but okay. So the wood ones were like actually like much more expensive than like the faux wood. But I mean, you got different window sizes. I mean, everything goes into gonna impact the cost. Like one window can easily cost like almost $2,000. That's just one window.
Right.
Like depending on the size and everything. So yeah, that's one thing that definitely shocked me. At that point we were like well into our house, probably like 3 or 4 months, I would say. So it was just like, it was time to go ahead and get blinds, and I was like, I didn't know this was this expensive. We had to push some other stuff back, like, okay, let's go ahead and get
blinds.
this done.
Just because it's like, I like natural light, and those temporary blinds is like to constantly keep on putting them up. And then like we have neighbors, so they can look like directly in our house when we have those temporary blinds up, because it's just like paper. You just push it up. Yeah, so it was time for blinds, especially because we was getting more furniture. We was getting settled in our house. Like, it was time for blinds.
For sure.
And I was getting jealous because I didn't even have blinds.
Yeah, I think our neighbors had got their blinds maybe like a month before us. And it was like, okay. And I actually like theirs, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, it was time. It was time. But when the times comes, just know that, be prepared. Especially if you have a house with like a lot of windows, be prepared to spend some money.
I would say like, do that early on in your looking process, like as far as blinds. Like, of course, like they'll offer you like the basic blinds or whatever, and the builder will offer you the basic blinds in their package. I wouldn't settle for that. I would shop around because you probably come out cheaper if you do it yourself. Because we didn't even get window treatments on all our windows. Like in our bedroom, we didn't get anything. We just we recently bought curtains for our bedroom, which is fine. I love them. We didn't get like blinds in our bedroom.
Yeah, all the other bedrooms do, but not our room specifically.
Yeah.
But I mean, some buildings.
Oh, and the one bathroom. We didn't get we didn't go with them in one bathroom.
Oh yeah, we have like a shade in there that we kind of bought ourselves, and I put a
And what that saved us?
It was just a small window.
That saved us probably like $900.
Yeah,
and we spent $40.
Yeah, because that window is like small and
it's like a weird shape.
Yeah, it saved us. It saved us a good bit. I think that window by itself would have been like around maybe like $600 or something like that if we would have went through the blind company. But I went and bought pretty much a shade because we didn't want to do a blind in there. I bought pretty much a shade at Home Depot or Lowe's, one of them, and I got the measurements, cut it, and put it up. I mean, it looks fine. Moving on, what do we have next?
Number 8 is electrical outlets. So, in addition to your interior exterior design, you have an appointment. We did ours virtually with like the electrical person, the electrician. So it's like looking at a blueprint of like outlets and stuff. It's like, well, I don't think we need extra. We just move like some outlets like up and down or whatever, but I didn't think we need extra. I was wrong. So like living in this house, I realized like we need more electrical outlets like in certain places, especially I think our master especially our master bathroom. I wish we had more outlets there. Probably would have put some more outlets outside. Yeah, and I probably would have added an additional outlet like where our TV is. Of course, our outlet was up, so we pushed our outlet up where we could mount our TV. But I wish we would have had one up and down, because like we have a sound bar that we can't even hook up right there because there's not enough outlets. And it was weird because like in our master, I don't even think we asked for this. Like our outlets, like I guess where the nightstand's supposed to go, they're actually high, which is weird to me, but
they're like headboard level almost.
Yeah, of like low, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, you just
take that appointment seriously. Like we didn't take it seriously. Like our appointment was supposed to be like an hour. It lasted like probably 10-15 minutes because he basically just went over like each area where they'll have like a plug, a ceiling fan, a light or anything, but we didn't take it seriously.
I mean, one reason why ours didn't go last so long because they also like see if you want to add like plugins into the ground, which have to go in the foundation, so they have to know that early on. If you want to do like speakers or intercoms in the ceilings, or like some type of alarm system like wired into the house, like they do stuff like that we knew we weren't doing, so we kind of just skipped past all of that kind of stuff. But our builder did, as far as with our electrical outlets, he did ask us did we want more at the time. And I don't think I think I added one. I added one in like the bar area. I added one there, and then we moved the ones by the TVs from being down to being up. But I wish we would have told him to keep the one down and add one like mid-level to the wall for, you don't want to show the wires or anything. So, but shout out to our builder. He did ask did we want to add anything.
We did.
But it's kind of hard like not being in the house. Like you think it's functional as far as outlets and stuff go because when looking at it, but like living in it is a total like different experience.
Yeah. So we have extension cords and stuff for now.
So moving on to what are we on, number 9? I can't read your handwriting right here.
So number 9 is layout.
Oh.
So this goes, I guess, in the beginning of your journey, your house hunting journey. They're gonna wow you with all the upgrades they can in the model homes. Like that, like don't pay attention to that. Don't pay attention to this nice little painting or the lights under the cabinets. Look at the function of the home. See if it functions for you. Because like early on when looking with him, he was like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. And it was like we walked to the back of the house and it'll be like dark as like a dungeon. I'm like, Josh, this house is not getting a lot. You know, the windows, there's not a lot of windows in here. Like, I don't think this will work for us. But by him looking like at the pretty paint, the cute little base they have over there, it looks nice. But you have to look out for like the layout of the home and if it's gonna work for you and your family. That's very important. That's why I like this home. It's very open. I love the layout of it. And it works. I think it works for us because it's just the two of us for now.
Yeah. I mean, it does work for us, and that's what you want to do at the end of the day. Find out like what works for you. Like when doing all this stuff, like everything we're saying, you know, definitely unique to us. But whatever works for you, you know, definitely go with that. I would say the last thing we have, number 10, is I just wish we would have knew like how relatively easy this process is. Like I grew up thinking like buying a home was like, you know, this wild process. You have to have X amount of money to do it. Like it's just like, you know, a whole dreaded out long process, and it's definitely not. Like we literally just applied and that was it. Like
took off from there.
Like I pre-approved and it took off from there. But like had I known how easy it was, like probably would have did it like 6 months before. Like we probably would have moved to Austin and new home. Like when we moved, we probably would have like been buying or not been in our apartment as long as we could. Because I would say like our hesitancy like to buy, because we were planning on buying like originally or planning on buying like last summer, which is like of course like 6 months after we actually ended up buying. But I would say like our hesitancy to buy early on probably made us miss out on like the subdivision that was like number one that we really wanted. Because at first we were just looking around and we found one like, oh, I really like this one, but we were like, we're not ready yet. And I like
so just put us on the list. We're not ready. We're just looking. Yeah. Like every weekend we was gonna look at a new subdivision, and like this subdivision was like it'll work perfect for us, like in our lifestyle. But yeah, we missed out on that.
But the only thing was like the home that we were looking at in that subdivision wasn't as nice as this one. But the subdivision itself was like much nicer. But I will say that like, you know, getting our realtor, because Sharell had been told us to like told me to go for it. Like we need to go for it. Like let's just do it. Let's just see what they say.
Let's just see what we're pre-approved for. Because all right, first of all, don't go be looking at like $600,000-$700,000 houses and you probably get approved for 180. Like let's be honest. Like I feel like okay, we're looking, but I'm like, can we even afford this house? Like this is so nice. It's like I don't want to get our hopes up thinking, oh, when we apply, we're gonna get this house. And we really don't. So I was just like, let's apply. Let's see what we could afford. Let's see what the bank is going to get us.
Right, and that's another thing. So, like what I thought we would be approved for, we ended up being able to get way more. Like I had one number in my mind. We ended up getting like probably like 80 grand over that number. Like I literally told when we got pre-approved, I literally told the lender. They asked like, you know, how much are you looking to get pre-approved for? I told them like a number like that was just in my head that I thought like, okay, I could afford this for sure. And I ended up being able to, I mean, I got that number that I asked for. That's the number we went with, but I could have gotten at least another 100K easily. And I mean, I didn't need that necessarily. Like I didn't need that much house or I didn't need that much for the home. But like probably if I would have known that, I probably would have been, you know, looking at a different price point when we were looking. So, yeah, just know that, you know, it's a relatively easy process. More than likely you can afford more than what you think you can afford. Like once you get down into the nitty gritty of it, especially if you have like good spending habits and, you know, different stuff like that. But I would say fine tune all those things and you're probably ready to go at that point. You don't need this 800 credit score, 850 now is like what the highest they have.
Your debt don't have to be to zero.
Yeah, your debt don't have to be to zero. Like, you can have a car note. I mean, all those things impacted, of course.
You can have a student loan. You can have all. Because everybody's like, oh, I'm going to just wait till I pay off my student loans and then I'm going to apply for a house. Like, we both have student loans and we was able to get this house. Like,
yeah, so, I mean.
Don't wait.
Like there are factors that you may think may impact this whole process that impact it, like, very minimally. Like, it's not going to stop you from getting what you want. So, long as you're, like, if you think you're prepared and it's, like, one thing holding you back, like student loans or like, you know, you may have a car note or something like that, don't let that discourage you. Unless that's just something that you really want to do before you move into a home, is pay something like that off. But yeah, don't let that stop you. If your credit is like up to par and you know you have like the income you need and everything, like go for it. Like,
and I feel like lenders will work with you. Like, say if you just apply now, they be like, "Oh, you're not ready yet, but this is what you need to do to build your credit." Like, just okay, you have this credit card. Let's pay off this credit card, then come back. Like, you know, I feel like they'll work with you in that way.
Right. Yeah, we didn't have to go through nothing like that specifically, but our lender did tell us like, you know, okay, you're approved for this much, but here's what you need to do for the next, you know, 6 months until you get to the closing table, 7 months until you get to the closing table. Like, you know, don't spend anything on this card. Make sure you keep this at this level. Like, you can pay this down a little bit. It'll probably help you a little more, but you're good to go as is. Just don't mess it up.
Right. Like,
don't go charge up some furniture on a credit card before you close.
That's all it, like, that's why I didn't like, we couldn't buy anything. Like, we saw refrigerators, like, ooh, we saw sofas, ooh, we can't buy anything until we close. Like, I think we purchased our sofa, like, the night that we closed. Like, they was about to close. They was mad at us. They was like, can we help you? Like, nobody wanted to help us.
Shout out to, I can't remember his name, but nobody wanted to help us because they thought we was coming in to look.
Like, we came in, was like, we know what we want. Like, let's just charge this card and go. Like,
yep. And he got that commission that night. Probably the easiest sell he had all day.
Easiest, because everybody was sitting around like, they're just coming in here about to look. We're about to close in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, but that's all 10 things. I mean.
Can we do a bonus?
Oh, go ahead.
So a bonus for me is like, when you go with your builder, see what incentives they have. Our incentives were really good. Like, we got our floors for free, and then we got like what, $10,000 towards.
I think 15.
Oh, but we got $15,000 towards upgrades. Like, come on now, you cannot be. My floors are for free. Plus, like, upgrades, $15,000 on upgrades. Like, we could not pass that up.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good bonus. I don't know if I have one that good. I would say, I don't know, be patient, man, because, like, the build process, like, specifically here in the Austin area, we saw one home that they actually, like, kicked people out of their contract. And it was a builder that we were actually considering at one point. We looked at the homes and everything. Nice homes, like this super modern, like looked like everything we were looking for. Ended up not going with them because they were a little bit further out of the city than we wanted to be. But are in a part of Austin we weren't really familiar with at the time. But we saw on the news like probably like 3-4 months ago, like that same neighborhood, same type of homes, everything. They kicked somebody out of their contract basically because the people were like coming to visit the house during the process and were like, you know, hey, this is messed up. It's still messed up from last time I came. Like, when y'all gonna fix it? Basically, for lack of a better term, getting on the builder's nerves. Right. And in the builder's contract, it pretty much says, you know, the language is so vague that it says we can kick you out of the contract for any reason, pretty much. Yeah. But so I would just say be patient. Like, definitely don't let them slouch, but you know, be patient. Like, sometimes it's stuff that they've already seen, and of course at the end you're gonna have like a process you go through anyway where you like weed everything out, make sure everything is like up to par with exactly what you ordered and everything like that. But I would definitely say be patient, but at the same time it goes fast. Like, I thought like it would be like a year maybe. I think our house was done in maybe 7-8 months, and like we don't have a home where like one of those homes that they like bring the frame in on a trailer or something, like kind of sit it like we have a, lack of a better term, like a real home, like it's really built. It's not like
ground up, like the frame.
Yeah, like ground
wood.
up. Yeah, it's like, you know, some homes they build them in 3-4 months. You know, those are homes where you know, they pull those in and, you know, just add some stuff to it. Like ours was really like structurally like built for real, but it went fast. So you know, to get off that subject. Yeah, it went pretty fast. So, but be patient and it'll be done before you know it.
Yeah, and just I would say enjoy the process. Like, we came to our house probably like every other day, which it was like we 2 exits away from my old apartment. It was just like it was something new. Like every time we came in, we was just like getting excited. Like, just enjoy the process. Of course, we saw stuff that we didn't like, but we didn't bother the builder because in the beginning he told us like, anything y'all see, we probably already know is messed up. Like
we just gotta get to that.
We just gotta get to that point to fix it. So we didn't bother him like in that aspect, but he was really good at like keeping up with us. Like even if he see us like he driving around the neighborhood, he'll come in like speak or whatever. But yeah, I was saying just enjoy the process and like Josh said, be patient.
Shout out to my guy Tommy too, man. That was our builder. He was a cool dude. All the way up to the end, he even added some extra stuff for us that technically we didn't pay for. You know, he was even gonna paint some stuff for us that we thought we wanted at the time, but ended up not getting painted. He was just like, just buy the paint. I'll give my guy to paint it and everything. Like, say less. But yeah, shout out to my guy Tommy, man. That was cool.
That's it. That's all you got?
That's all I got.
Well, this will end our vlog for today.
Your vlog.
This will end our whatever vlog for today. If you're in this process, good luck. I'm praying for you. I hope you get everything you want. If you're thinking about this process, please use these tips and suggestions or whatever we gave you. Hopefully that helps you in this process. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
And fellas, hold on to that wallet. Don't let them go crazy, because they'll go crazy in there. So
go crazy at the design center. Anywhere,
crazy furniture stores, everything. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Set some boundaries.
All the spending I've done was after we closed, and I'm still spending. Exactly. I don't think the spending is gonna stop until. I don't even think people will get their house like to the like perfect, because I feel like there's like interior designer, everything changes, your personality changes. Like, just go with the flow. Go with your heart. And that's what I do when I shop.
Prayers up.
Okay, for real. All right, I'm about to end the vlog. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you like it. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in my next vlog. Bye.